Okay, I know. I'm like super late with this and I'm still posting this video because like goddamn, I've been working on this for about a month and a half, but then the leaks came out like last week, which kind of sucks. I know there's talks about like, the Songbird person and, Johnny's lines being cut. I do have ideas for all of that, and I'll be posting that video really, really soon just because of the fact that I do have the content I need to post a video about why I think Johnny Silverhand, like, it seems like his lines got cut or there's just not too much of him, and simply put, hint hint wink wink, his body got found. So it kind of just adds to it too, because I think I was reading on Reddit where they were saying that this DLC is going to be before the ending, so it lends itself nicely to the fact that Johnny Silverhand's body may have been found, and I'll talk more about that in the coming video. I know, Busan. Everyone is talking about it. Honestly, ever since the shard was found, people have raved about the idea that the next DLC is going to be in Korea. But what this video is based off is this particular clip.
Kang Tao recently expressed interest in the purchase of Pacifica property with the aim of constructing a new server and logistics center. The city government has openly considered selling the land for a single euro-dollar in a symbolic gesture, provided that Kang Tao demonstrates commitment to eradicating the district's criminal presence.
At this point, most of us want another corp involved in the game. Okay, I say most of us, but I'm referring to myself. Kang Tao would be the perfect candidate. I mean, we attacked their AV convoy, and then nothing happened the rest of the game. It's like they forgot about us completely, and we just stole probably their most valuable soon-to-be asset at the time. If you guys recall, Hellman was defecting to Kang Tao from Arasaka after having worked on the relic for some time. Now, I cannot confirm or deny, but I think he defected because it was he who alerted Saburo about the theft of the relic. But you know what happened to that old fart. So now, if Hellman did call Zaddy Saburo, he is in a lot of heat because obviously Yuri is in charge right now. Sorta, not really. We know how that turned out as well. But that doesn't matter right now. Let's get back to the point. Why would Kang Tao want Hellman? I believe it is because Kang Tao needs him to get into the rogue AI game, or just into the AI scene. Most of the major companies have some sort of play when it comes to the seemingly impending evil AI war that is coming. Era had Soul Killer for years, so they can literally create artificial beings by transporting live people into the net if need be. Meltech has worked with both Alt and Raish in the past. They're both very capable of communicating with AIs in the net. I can only assume that a company like Militech would have learned a thing or two. Night Corp, the company that we all believe is run by an AI. And of course, Netwatch, who's currently working on the Black Wall. This just leaves out a major company like Kang Tao. They really don't have any assets, or none that we know of, when it comes to the AI scene. Let's connect the dots here. If Pacifica is to be owned by Kang Tao, cleaning the streets is a tall task. But let's be honest, they could just bomb the whole place and nobody will care because it's Pacifica. I think the more important thing here is Pacifica probably houses a bunch of rogue AIs. Again, something I cannot confirm, but remember that creepy failed Maelstrom ritual, which many people in the community believe is the rogue AI of Lilith? Then of course the whole Night Corp thing, and there's Mr. Blue Eyes. My point here is we would be dumb to think that there are no rogue AIs that have already made it past the Black Wall. So the more important thing for Kang Tao to do is to somehow find a way to either control or ensure that they are able to capture rogue AIs that do make it through the Black Wall. And this is why Kang Tao wanted Hellman. With him heading, I don't know, whatever division they want to call it, he's going to be able to create the relic for them. So a way to be able to harness these rogue AIs, if they're able to control them, and put them into, like the tiny little relics and plug them into people's brains. So kind of a more Johnny Silverhand taking over a body kind of way, instead of like the Paralysis couple who get injected with blue stuff. So that's what I think Kang Tao wanted him for. And plus, Hellman does have knowledge and understanding of, how the engram works. So maybe there's a way for them to also create copies of their high execs. That way, if, they are ever faced with an enemy that is utilizing the AI world, they can kind of revive themselves. Almost like how Saburo did it when Yorinobu killed him. But then in the devil ending, of course, we get to see that Saburo had a copy of himself, and then he was able to live again through Yorinobu's body. So that's the simplest version of what I think Kang Tao is trying to do. But of course, I'm going to delve deeper into all my theories as we go through this video. Maxim Mike, once again, in the game kind of explains what it is. It is more like this.
Get ready for this, kids. It's the Black Wall. You aren't a runner yourself, or a code jockey, you might not know, but the Black Wall isn't some mystical barrier floating somewhere in the deep net. It's actually a complex hardware-software infrastructure designed to keep AIs from accessing your gear, among other things.
But as previously mentioned, there are obviously cracks, or there are ways for things to get through. The other thing to note here is that besides Alt, Delamain seems to be the only other AI that has gone past the Black Wall and is quote-unquote friendly. But the fun thing to consider is, what if Alt and Delamain are secretly the ones letting other AIs through? Think about that. Are they good? Are they bad? I don't know. Every time I say good or bad in my videos, I get destroyed in the comment section. But I'm gonna say Alt is good. Hehehe. The next thing to answer would be, where can I find the Black Wall? Okay, so as Maxim Mike has explained, it is literally something that just protects you around. So imagine a malware or an antivirus thing for your computer. That's what NetWatch and Alt has done. Originally, I thought it to be not physical, but an actual fortress, because when we see the Voodoo Boys, or when we see V and the Voodoo Boys communicate with Alt, you see this gigantic red wall. And if there is a gigantic red wall, it would probably be just outside of Pacifica. The only reason I say that is because if they are expanding into Pacifica, why would it be in Watson, for example? So if there is an actual data fortress Black Wall, it would just make sense to be in Pacifica. So before I go through my Kang Tao option, I do want to talk about other things. And these other things are not random. It's just something that it came into my mind while I was creating the script, and I couldn't really find the best place to put it. But I was able to kind of create them into alternate endings, just like how in every CDPR game there are different paths, or good ending, bad endings, okay endings. And while I was thinking and creating the script, I was actually able to create these two ideas and was able to put them as a possibility. So I'll put timestamps here. You can definitely just skip over this and go straight to what I think will happen. And yeah, all right, so let's get started on that stuff. First, let's talk about NetWatch apparently having deep ties with the Vatican. Okay. Mike Pondsmith talks about the idea that NetWatch is some, coalition that fights against demons. And it makes sense, but let's just iron out the details here. Think about it. Why are there so many references to rogue AIs being actual demons? And I know I read somewhere that hacks in Cyberpunk were named daemons, DAEMONS, because of how closely related it is spelled to the word demons. And come on, Lilith is a real, fingers crossed she's not real, I'm scared of that shit. The crazy impending AI war is coming whether we like it or not. Listen to what Brigitte has to say about it.
Alt the only one can give us safe passage past the Black Wall. When the change comes, we wish to be on the winning side.
The change?
When the Black Wall was built, everyone think the ice would be enough. Keep the wild AIs out, away. But technology advances. It cannot be stopped. And now, catastrophe come again. This is sure, and soon. The corporations, they do not see the danger. But we We will be ready.
And according to Max and Mike, we are being protected by Netwatch and possibly Alt. This would be a perfect kind of game-changing situation that CDPR is known for. Let's give you an example. Put it this way. What if one path is to help Alt? Then you find out she is crazy and destroys the Black Wall, leading to the bad ending. Because, now everyone is killed by rogue AIs. Duh, that's bad. And in this reality, Alt's reasoning could be simple. She wants to ensure that her kind is no longer hunted down by humans. So is she bad for doing that? Well, I mean, she has her own reasons, but humans are dead, so of course we consider her bad. So in this timeline, she decides to go against Netwatch and she fights her oppressors. In this case, that would be you and I, Choomba. Or option 2, you help Netwatch and Kang Tao to completely seal off any rogue AIs, but you also for sure kill Alt. And there is a third ending. In my mind, this is the main plot of my theory vid. In this option, Alt is a good AI trying to help. So keep that in the back of your mind, okay? The other two are just like things that splurged into my brain while I was creating the script. So, I mean, if you guys want to talk about it, put that in the comment section down below. Let's talk about them, Edge Runners. Now, with respect to everyone's time, and because I do not want to make an hour-long video, let's delve deeper into this third option, Kang Tao plotline, and finish that one off. We could talk about the other stuff in another video. Anyways, Kang Tao is going to inherit Pacifica. However, I do not think Kang Tao wants to defend or protect people. They don't give a crap. I think they want to somehow control these rogue AIs or demons to get some sort of upper hand against the other companies. Now, when you look at it this way, it makes sense they wanted a guy who knew a thing or two about creating little USBs that allows them to insert artificial minds into people's heads. So why? We got all this info now. We know who the players are, where they're gonna tango, and what it is they possibly plan on doing. So now why? As I previously mentioned, Kang Tao may want all of this in an attempt to gain some sort of upper hand. Because look, yeah, see that? And this? Alt did all of that. What if they had some way of having all of that in their control? Or at least some sort of partnership. I see it going like this. Yo, hey, what's up, dog? What if we give you access to some interfaces, but you gotta do some stuff for us in return? This is like the Bane and Daggett Company alliance, where eventually the greater evil takes complete control. That's right, I'm foreshadowing my own theory. Boom. How is that for a plot line? Let's play this out. The DLC starts with V being attacked by Solo hired by Kang Tao to interrogate V as to the current location or whereabouts of Hellman. Or maybe they're just trying to find a way to somehow communicate with Alt. So probably, trying to rip out the relic from your head. Kind of like the original Cyberpunk story where they're just trying to talk with Alt. At this point, guys, this is my brain. I'm sorry, I'm so scatterminded. But I would really want a solo from like that top 10 list that I made previously, or any damn solo to just pop up and be like, got you. Anybody, I don't care who, introduce a badass and then just get V completely rocked. It's one of those moments where, in the game where they reset your character, that would be it. Like your character just gets completely trashed. We later find that Hellman is abducted by Kang Tao. Then we hear that Pacifica has been purchased and that the Voodoo Boys begin to die out. Then Alt contacts you saying, hey V and Johnny, my ex-stupid boyfriend, we got a problem. Kang Tao is trying to destroy parts of the Black Wall. In this scenario, even Netwatch might team up with you because the Black Wall is also one of their projects. At this point, it may be awesome. Okay, I keep talking about things that could happen, but please, if Spider Murphy comes in and decides, hey guys, it's time to help, kind of like an Avengers mashup, because let's be real, it'd be awesome. Like our characters may be good at net running, but that's basic subnet quick hacks. That has nothing to do with genuine net running. And this DLC seems like, Alt would play a big role, and someone like Spider Murphy, who is an actual god at net running, would be awesome if they just introduced her. Please, God, introduce her. Honestly, my mind can go on and on and on. And it's a cherry on top. Okay, guys, take this in. Take this in. Shh, shh, shh. What if the rogue AI Kang Tao made contact with is one of the rabbits? Oh my god. I just got goosebumps. So now your enemy is the clone of the most infamous and the best netrunner the world has ever seen, Raish Bartmoss. Ugh. Imagine all of this happening. We would get introduced to evil Raish, Spider Murphy, and maybe even Magnificent Curtis. I know a lot of people want to go to Busan or visit another city altogether, but personally, I think this will just set CDPR further back. I always thought that properly fixing or adding content to what already exists would be what completes the game. And doing all of the above, choombas, you will cream your pants. Okay. I know. I keep getting sidetracked. So now Kang Tao got what they quote unquote wanted. What happens now? They meet one of the rabbits. For those of you edge runners saying, what the hell? Rabbits are roving. Is it roving or roaming? Okay, one of those two. Autonomous Bartmoss interface drones. And why are they evil? Unfortunately, the one dude who can control them is dead. Rest in peace, you legend. In the source books, they go on to say that they hunt down helpless runners in the net. Here is the quote. The infamous rabbits, digital Raish Bartmoss clones who roam the remnants of the old net looking for victims to harass and murder. The hell's wrong with these guys? Now it is up to V and whoever wants to help you to stop all this crazy madness. What is also interesting is what is Alt's part in all of this. We learned that she no longer has the same attachment with her human side as she originally did. I mean, duh, she's been in Tron for like a bazillion years. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't even bat an eyelash if an IRL friend got slaughtered at this point. That said, I still think she's one of the more caring super OP AIs. I say this as proof. I present to you the Twitter page of R. Talsorian Games. I had more information, okay? So what is Shangri-La? It is a net haven for lost AIs that are just looking for a home. Originally, it was somewhere in Canada. Pow pow, represent, said no Canadian ever, except maybe Drake. But it appears to have been moved to Hong Kong. So this is why I think Alt is at least kind of on our side. A war with the AIs would just cause more death to innocent AIs just trying to find a home. And that currently seems to go against what Alt is trying to do. She's trying to protect these AIs. So this is why I think like her decisions would be based on what is for the better good of the innocent AI. So if V and Spider Murphy, Curtis, all of us kind of say like, yeah, you know, we're not trying to kill AIs. We're just trying to stop the bad ones. She may be more likely to be like, all right, gang, let's destroy some Lilith or crucify. I don't know how you kill demons in this game, but yeah. So she's more likely to be that type of character versus, you know, if you're just completely slaughtering AIs at will. But you know what? Again, something just popped in my mind. What if we explain to her that, hey, look what we did with Delamain. You know, we helped this mofo out. He was a guy past the black or from beyond the black wall, and here he is now. You know, actually, I think both endings, whether or not you like subjugated all his personalities or if you freed them, that would show Alt that you care. Like you went and did the side quest, so like of course we care. But you know, things like that would probably prove to Alt that you are looking out for the betterment of any being and you're not really trying to oppress the AIs in general. With all that said, I think Alt's part in this theory just pans out depending on how we treat AIs. It may be one of those things where there's like mini side quests as we play the game, and then based on the decisions we make, she will like genuinely help you or she will not. I don't think she'll be an enemy, but I think her help in the end will be one of the endings in general, just depending on, again, how we treat the characters within the DLC, the characters that they do introduce to us. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that, because I have been reading on Reddit that Alt is just like, you know, the real enemy? Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about all this. And oh my god, I think we are done. This one has a lot of maybes and what ifs, which makes sense. It's a theory vid based on a few dialogues and shards found in the game. Hopefully I gave enough context and avoided like any plot holes in my theory, but I had a lot of fun making this one. This one really tested my brain. Again, I'm open to any comments, any discussion, because I want to know what you guys think, especially now that they keep saying that, oh, look, there's a DLC leak in Pacifica. I want to know what you guys want the DLC to be about. I know some people are just hoping for better quality of life improvements and stuff, and I'll be completely honest with you. If you are new to the game and you've never played it, or if you stopped playing because it was doo-doo ass in the beginning, it's pretty good now. Like, I've started an entirely new character and started playing, you know, every mission from beginning to end, and I've got to say I am enjoying it. It is a lot better. So I do encourage anyone who may have stopped because of how bad and how crazy the initial launch was to give it a shot. Now it seems to be in a much better place, but then again, I am completely biased and my YouTube channel seems to be completely revolving around Cyberpunk, so you know, take it with a grain of salt. Anyways, edge runners, that is all I got. These are my thoughts on what I think could happen next. It's sounding more and more like a prequel story to The Matrix, to be honest. Maybe the plan all along was to connect this with anything Keanu was involved in. Plot twist, guys, he owns CDPR. I love making these theory vids. It gets me excited for what the possibilities are, even if it does not happen. Maybe one day I'll write a book about it. Hope you choombas liked the video. Leave a comment, a thumbs up, and consider subscribing. Oh, and don't forget, I don't know where I read this, but sometime in June, they're like announcing more about their Cyberpunk Edge Runners series, which is supposed to debut on Netflix sometime this year. So keep that or mark that on your calendar. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.